Welcome back, my man.
Yes, sir.
Ign'ant Sports, episode 44.
Yes, 4-4.
So, another ridiculous week, but we'll get to that after the picks.
Yeah, we definitely would get to that after the picks.
I didn't count to see how many teams are on a bye this week, but I assume this is going to be another 7-7 games.
Yeah, I believe so, based on what I saw from the Yahoo website. Yeah, four teams are not playing this week, so...
Sounds good to me. After you, my friend.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to go with the disappointing letdown, but I believe him this week. Green Bay at Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that -5.5. Give me that over 41 and Green Bay to win.
My New England is hosting Chicago Monday Night Football. New England is a 7.5 point favorite, so I'm going to go with them. I will take... So let me go over the 39.5, and I want to see New England win this in a 12-28 matchup, because I don't think Chicago can even put up their touchdowns anymore. I just have no faith in that team.
Okay. Give me this Kansas City at San Francisco -3.
Who's -3?
Kansas City. So I want Kansas City -3. Under 48.5. And Kansas City for the win. Kansas with like 24, San Francisco with 14, maybe.
Alright, you know what? I'm done doing it. I'm done betting against these Jets. New York is at Denver, and they're getting 3 points, and I am just so sick of this Denver team. I am so sick of this Denver team. So give me New York +3. I want to see... I actually don't want to see, but I truly do expect it to be under 41.5. And I want to see the Jets take a 24-14 win.
Take it? Okay, surely your Tampa Bay has to beat this Carolina. Just like my team beat them. So Tampa Bay at Carolina. I want Tampa Bay for -10.5. Let's go under the 40.5 and Tampa Bay to win.
I'm so up and down on this Tampa Bay that I'm just like... Okay. I got this is just insanity, man. I don't know what year we are in, but these New York teams are putting in work. These lowly New York teams. So New York Giants are at Jacksonville Jaguars, who I guess I just can't have faith in anymore. I could keep thinking Trevor Lawrence is going to be good, and their team just seems like it's one of these like younger, newer teams, but it just ain't happening. So New York is getting 3 points. They're +3 in this matchup. I'm going to take those 3 points. I'm going to go under 42.5, and I will take New York to win in a... Let's go with a 20-14 game.
So, Cleveland at Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that Baltimore for the -6.5. Lamar Jackson's going to get his act together. And I'll take over 46.5. Let's see. And then Baltimore for the win. So would that be, we'll say 24-21? No, I can't even do that. 27-24? Right, yeah.
I think you're going to lose on the spread.
I will lose on the spread.
You're calling yourself to lose? You want to change that?
Yeah.
That's because remember I changed my first one because I don't want to be all,
Yeah, just imagine I said it right with the including the spread. I'm trying to do math there real quick.
Alright, let's see. Okay. They had a week off. And I know it's a divisional rivalry, but and I hate doing I didn't like doing this before, but I don't mind this 3 number here. So Indianapolis is at Tennessee. Tennessee is a 3-point favorite, and like at the very least, if they only win by a field goal, then that'll be a tie. You know, if it was 3.5, then I don't think I would take this game right here. But at 3, I'll take it because they still like the tie is almost probable. I'm gonna go over 42.5, and I'll take Tennessee to win in a let's go with like a 28-21, bit of a higher scoring game.
Okay, who did you go for this spread?
Tennessee -3.
Okay, just to be sure.
Yeah, they had a week off, so I figure they can come back rejuvenated.
All right, Detroit at Dallas. Unfortunately, I believe it was Cooper Rush still.
Mm-hmm, it was.
So, it's okay.
Fortunate for you.
Definitely fortunate for me. So hopefully it'll be fortunate for me this week. So I'm gonna believe Cooper. You can what they say with the bootstraps, like picking back up. You just brush it off. It's just one loss. Many more to go. So give me that Dallas -7. Um, Gosh, Lee, Jerry, are you gonna show up for 48? Give me over 48, and then Dallas to win.
Dallas to win.
Yeah.
Any particular numbers you want to throw to that?
Yeah. I was sorry. I was.
I don't know if you're just giving up on it.
No, I was all over the place. I still was like, do I want to lock in? Like, but let's see. So over 48. So that's 24. So yeah, give me 31, 24.
Oh, okay. I saw this one earlier that I kind of liked. New Orleans is at Arizona. New Orleans is a 1.5 point underdog, and I want those 1.5 points because Arizona sucks. And this, we got a total here of 45. Big number. I'm going to go under 45, and I'm going to go New Orleans to win in a 21-17 game.
I'll use it. So we got Houston at Las Vegas, and I will take this Las Vegas -7. I'm going to go under 45.5 and Las Vegas to win. So let's say score being 24-7.
Sounds good to me. Assuming you said under the 45.5, right?
Yeah, under 45.
I didn't hear that part. I was like, I hope he said that.
No.
Okay. Seattle is visiting Los Angeles Chargers. And despite them bumbling and fumbling around all night tonight, they're gonna be on a little bit of a short week. But Seattle on the road, I can never really trust. So I'll take LA -7. I will go over the 51.5 because I haven't gone on a big over yet, and I figure why not? It feels horrible doing it, but whenever I need them to be -7, like if they're gonna have to win by 8 or more, then let's go with over 51.5. I hate rooting for scoring and not scoring at the same time.
All right.
And I will go for LA Chargers to win this in a... Oh man, it's gonna have to be big. It's gonna have to be like... Let's go with like...
Yeah, I got you one.
Nah. I'm gonna go with 31-21. 31-21 LA Chargers.
That definitely works. I was like 48-7.
48-7, dude. I don't think any team's putting up 48.
I think one team, but yeah, not too many.
I mean, the only team so far was Seattle on the road in Detroit this year. That's the only team I think that's put up 48.
Yeah. There's Atlanta and Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take Cincinnati -6. And let's go over to 47.5. What the heck? Maybe this Atlanta's going to show up again. And Cincinnati to win. But give me 30-24.
Sounds good to me. And I will take Pittsburgh visiting Miami. Let's go with Pittsburgh +7. 7's a lot of points, and I think Miami is... They're just still like all over the place. I mean, last week they started Skylar Thompson, I want to say, something like that.
Yeah.
And he got knocked out, and they had to go back to Teddy Bridgewater, who was the designated backup for the game. Bridgewater can't be the starter. He's the backup for the third string. He's the backup for the first string. And then they're speculating that Tua might come back for this game, but based on everything, it's like, who knows? So Pittsburgh showed up against Tampa Bay. I was hoping they wouldn't, but they did. After putting up like 0 points, few points against Bills the week before, like 3 points the week before. So I'll take Pittsburgh +7. 7's a lot of points. And I will go... I don't like rooting for low games. So once again, I'll take the over just for that alone. But it's a tough number with that 44. But I will take Miami to win it in a... Let's go with something like... win over 44. It's going to have to be... Let's go like 24-21. It's going to be right over.
Okay. Never mind. Yeah. Well... Okay. Yeah.
Watching T-Mac do math in real time.
No, not even that. I was thinking about the spread part.
Watching T-Mac do math in real time. And it's still 7. Yeah, I figured that would be... That's close enough. But that's just a little bonus. We throw the scores in just for that. But that doesn't make... Oh, wait. What are we doing? We're doing if we get... Oh, that's right. We didn't really even explain that. We're doing if we get the score. Exactly. So do you want to throw in a score for your very first pick? You never actually put in a score for that because we're going to do the bonus, remember? Like where if you get it on the dot, it's like a bonus pick, but if you... Or it's a bonus point, but if you don't, it's just nothing.
Yeah.
So what was your first pick? You had Green Bay?
Yeah, Green Bay.
So what's going to be the score for that game?
28-21. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Cool.
For a reason, I was having 30s in my head, and I was like, I don't even gotta go that high.
Hell no, bro. Green Bay ain't getting the 30s against nobody right now. Can't even win the damn game. So we both had some wins and some losses, over the week. You got another game and a half lead on me, bringing you to five ahead. I was like adding them up, and I was like, this was another one. I was actually a little surprised because I had a couple of triple Xers, so I was actually thinking it was gonna be way worse. And then the thing that actually saved me was I was like, oh wait, there's actually like one less game because like if there was another game, I probably would have gone, XXX as well. KC and Tampa Bay not coming through for me.
Yeah.
Those are my big ones. I mean, the KC one I can kind of see, but Tampa really that's just I don't get these guys. Like they're hot. They were hot for 1 week, and that's just what I was hoping for because they were not doing very good up until that point. And so that's what I said. Like I hope Tampa does what they did last week. I hope Pittsburgh does what they did last week, and neither did.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I didn't really go back to see, but they put in Mike Trubisky. So they did two
I think his I don't know, the kid's thumb got hurt or some nonsense. I forget.
Probably, yeah. So I was just like, who knows? Like that was,
or he might have got benched. I forget.
And then like that was the secret lucky factor. It's just like that was enough to get over Brady.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like your defense is not like your offense plays defense. So. They both had their position, so it's just like the game was pretty tight most up to the fourth quarter, and it's just unfortunately you guys still just playing catch up. So it's just like we all know how that works when you play catch up.
Yeah, you never cover when you catch up.
Man,
San Francisco not showing up either, and Atlanta was another bit of a weird one. They just kind of couldn't.
Yeah, the way when I saw this one, I was just like going over yesterday. I was just like, it just random here. I was like, Atlanta was like, we're tired of being Atlanta of the past. They were like, that's a new Atlanta. We don't choke out here. They're like, we close out the game.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I still don't know about that.
Game. Yeah, of course, yeah. I was just like, that's what they thinking. They're just for this one day, and they were like, they're gonna try to continue it for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 7-point lead is not that much at the end of the second half, but still, it's just like as long as y'all kept the score and kept the win. And
I mean, usually it's the San Francisco defense that's keeping the games close. So if they can't do that, then this New England at Cleveland game was kind of like just surprising in that it was. It's just an old-fashioned New England game. Like they just kind of like led the whole time and never lost against Cleveland, which is just not what you would expect these days.
Yeah, because Bailey's happy. Happy might be something good for you. Huh?
I mean, it's better than nothing. It's definitely better than nothing.
That's definitely true.
It's definitely better than the second string too. Brian Hoyer, I think it was.
Yep, Brian Hoyer. So yeah, at this point, I definitely would trust in the young guys. So
a couple big teams not coming through. Baltimore losing to the New York Giants.
Yep, Lamar Jackson to a degree played hero ball and yeah, like I'm disappointed. My homie was like, I'm disappointed in the fumble, but I was like, I'm disappointed in the interception before the fumble because he should have remembered I'm on third down, so just throw it out. I'd rather you get intentional grounding. I don't want you to take the sack, but hey, at this point, even that too, you truly are on the run, and you feel the pressure. Nah, don't he tried. I don't even know. I didn't even really go try to see who he threw it to, but I was like, what made it even more ironic? Mark Andrews, his number one target he should be throwing to, was at the sideline. I was like, so even if you clearly definitely weren't going to be great enough to sidearm what's the name, Patrick. So it's just like throw in his direction and make sure you throw it way above him so they don't be like, oh, intentional grounding, but
Right.
at least you chose a target. So it was just like at first, because I was just like, oh, I was just looking for that. But then when I saw what down it was, I was like, oh, I'm even more pissed. I was just like, wow, it's like it'd be different. It was fourth, and like you guys trying to make the comeback, but I was just like, yeah, he just started crumbling down.
It's crazy. You look at this graph and you see how much of the time the Giants or the Baltimore was in the lead for.
Yeah,
Like 90 something percent of the game, like 95, 96%.
and it was they only had a 3-point lead after the third, but that's still enough, and then yeah, they just yeah, start crumbling. Like they scored a touchdown, but yet New York Giants scored two more,
Yeah.
just enough. And of course, that's a little more on the offense side, and then it's like gotta attack the whole defense side. Like you guys led up 2 touchdowns within 6 minutes. Like a whole last 6 minutes or 5 minutes, basically from 6 minutes to the 4 minutes, really 6 minutes to the 2 minute marker, basically. So like that's unacceptable. I don't care if he throws an interception. Like
Yeah.
you gotta do your part to give your quarterback a chance again.
This Jacksonville Indianapolis game was like a surprising shootout. I was almost like,
Yeah.
It's not that I wasn't not like mad that I didn't win, but it was like Indianapolis like needed to like come back kind of like last second and make that score to actually push ahead. It was looking like it was going to go into overtime, so I was at least like Jacksonville didn't completely shit the bed like the week before against, I want to say, Houston or something.
Right. Because yeah, I was just like, I was happy for what's her name, Matt Ryan. I really wanted it to be like it was an Atlanta thing and not a Matt Ryan thing. Like just like Matt Stafford was just like it was a Lions thing, and not you. So
I mean, definitely could have been a coaching thing, for why Atlanta didn't walk away with at least one victory.
That too, definitely one or two things that some people control and others you just can't.
Mhm. Yeah, that Chicago-Washington game was definitely awful.
Yes.
Just like that game tonight.
Yep, they were awful. I was just like, oh my gosh, wow. This is. I will say the one thing though, the note I have for this, I was like, poor Justin. I was like, my man's was getting legally hit and not getting. I think he got attacked 5 times, but the amount of times he just, what do they call it?
Roughing the passer.
Not even roughing the passer, but regular tackles. I feel like it's another word that they record in that kind of category. But yeah, my man's was getting hit left and right after every play, and like just
sacked.
Not sacked, like literally just getting the ball out just in time. So it's
hits count. Like they do track hits,
Yeah,
that aren't sacks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like not sacks, because not when he's still holding it, but just regular hits, and it was just like, yeah, my man's was was looking like Joe Burrow just without with less sacks,
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, gosh, I was like, is he gonna make it? Like, they was beating him up, but he still tried to manage to keep it, respectable. But yeah, they just couldn't clutch it out, and I was very thankful for that, because I was like, why is this? I was like, I don't expect you to blow him out, Wentz, but can we get a little bit more points on the board? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I like to work in peace, not worrying about the scoreboard.
Let's see. Yeah, Buffalo, Kansas City was a little more like boring, honestly, than I think a lot of people were kind of expecting. It was just kind of like a basic football game. I mean, a couple big plays and this and that, but
Yeah,
not like nothing like the last year's overtime craziness.
yeah. I just saw that as like Bills is just like, every time we see you, like, we were treating it like this is the grudge match, the revenge match. Like, like we should have won. we're gonna take every chance to prove it.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, KC just didn't play great, I guess, honestly. I mean, Buffalo's got a good defense, but still didn't seem like Patrick was at his finest.
nah. Thankfully for them, with that new addition, Von Miller, he had a nice clutch sack in one of the last plays.
Mm-hmm.
With the play ball field of position. I mean, what are they?
I don't know.
Time of it. Well, but one of their last possessions. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm like, there's a P word for Kansas City.
Mm-hmm. Your Los Angeles was able to bring it out at the end there, but it wasn't looking too good for a minute there. First half was kind of ugly.
Yeah, I was looking like, hey yo, like I was like 3 points, okay, whatever, y'all can score first. We'll score 3-7. They didn't score the first quarter. I was like, okay, whatever, still 3 more quarters to go. And then let me make sure. I think they scored first. Next, no. So we did score first, but then they scored right after with the interception touchdown too. And it was just like that's not the kind of the kind of scoring we want to see. And I was just like, come on, guys, like let's get it together. But then yeah, once that second half came to be, yeah, it was like all right, back to normal program schedule.
Was it Baker's out with an injury or some nonsense? Is that why he's not playing?
Yeah. Remember because I told you I was like I think that's why I was like kind of like even more confident because I was like I think he's not.
But what's the injury?
Or I do not remember.
He's not on the IR right now.
Not even for the pass part.
No, they don't show you the past IR. They only show you the current IR.
Imagine how long.
Imagine how long it would be if they showed you the past.
Well, I swear one of these websites we've been on, it'd be like, I guess. Oh,
I mean, it'll show you what games a player missed, but it won't show you what games. Like if you go on an individual player, it'll show you what games they missed / played.
I think I was getting mixed up with just the fact that like how some people are still out kind of thing. So it's like that's why I would be like it'll be like. The date is so months far back. Yeah, so I was thinking. But yeah, there's something.
There's another one or two.
No harm found to you. Wish you the best.
Yeah, that's about it. Cincinnati almost didn't come through, but then they did. That helped out mine a lot. Yeah. But they're one of those up and down teams.
Yeah, that Cincinnati. I was like, I just had looked at the thing and the scoreboard changed, and I was like, yes. I was like, now, come on, hold Cincinnati, and then, that's what happened. These fools, their defensive coach need to be like, tackle this. I need you to tackle this until you throw up, like, because if you miss another tackle on Jamar Chase, like. Right. The first guy, understandable, but the last two, it was like, come on, guys, like one here, one there, like he has to run through a wall. He needs to be running through a wall, not like, oops, you ran past me. Like it was like 60 yards, my guy. Like he should have only got 10, 15 for the first, but y'all gave him a whole extra like 30, 40, 50. Like it was like that was just ridiculous. That was way too fast of a score. I looked back at the phone, I was like, really? I was like, all right, bro, I guess I'm not winning this one. Can't get that extra loss for him. Definitely was happy for this Philly though. I was just, hey son, that was like 20-23. I was just like, we'll take that.
Oh yeah, that was one of the few ones that I didn't even tune in for the second half. Once it was 20-0, I was like, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I was just like, hey son, let's go. And then the way my homie was, the coworker was saying, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, are you trying to say they're losing? He said, no, this is 40 few minutes. They're finna win. I was like, okay, don't play with me. Like, I was like, I need that easy 3+3, man. I was like, I had faith. I chose them over Cooper Rush. It was 2 perfect records. Get well to my cousin though. He didn't play that Seattle game. I was all like, where is he? I was like, why they didn't play him? But yeah, they put him on the injury reserve for I think quad. Something not too well. It wouldn't seem too bad, but bad enough. Man, we talked about that Denver. How I got lucky. Yeah, that was just
We'll see if there's any like interesting games coming up, but it's all pretty standard stuff. It's tough to talk about the games like that haven't happened yet because I don't really have any. I didn't really like any of the lines this week either, especially so.
Yeah, it's just really the way these bad teams are playing that where it's just like these lines are not as
well. The bad teams like of this year like aren't like the bad teams of like years before. Like there's no like 1-16 team like 1 in like you're 2 and like 3 in this whatever like.
And it's making it way harder. Like the only one who's living up to that is Houston and Las Vegas right now. Oh, and Panthers, they all got one win so far. But that's only 3 teams. Like
right, and it's still
4.
It's still pretty early. Detroit. Like you never know who's gonna just kind of come through.
Who's gonna pull the Miami Dolphins and actually make it this time?
Right.
Yeah, but we shall see though next week.
Yeah. That's about all I had.
Look forward to another crazy week. So hopefully with me going positive.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy to not go like super negative, but it has been a few negative weeks in a row, so I gotta get back on the horse.
Yeah, it's I don't blame it because this we couldn't have predicted this NFL season yet.
Yeah,
So
especially this last week.
we knew it was going to happen, that some bad teams were going to play good to a degree at least, but now it's just to figure out like how much longer. How much longer do we have to weather the storm?
I don't know, man. Until next week.
If it's in next week, guys.
All right, man.